It first appeared as a smudge, a tiny scratch on the pristine canvas of night. Astronomers, at first dismissive, watched with mounting dread as the smudge grew. It became a point of light, then a fiery ball growing larger, closer with each passing day. The asteroid, a behemoth of rock and ice, hurtled towards Earth, a harbinger of doom. People went about their lives, oblivious, lost in the mundane, while above them a celestial executioner drew near. News reports became increasingly frantic, the initial disbelief giving way to panic. Governments issued empty assurances, but the truth was inescapable. This was not a drill, this was annihilation. The impact when it came was not a bang, but a roar. The asteroid, a cosmic battering ram, slammed into the Pacific Ocean with the force of 1,000,000 nuclear bombs. The sea boiled, a monstrous geyser of water and molten rock erupting miles into the atmosphere. A series of monstrous waves, each taller than skyscrapers, rose from the maelstrom. These were not mere waves, they were moving mountains of water, driven by the fury of a wounded planet. Coastal cities, once teeming hives of humanity, were swallowed whole, reduced to debris in the blink of an eye. The initial impact was only the beginning. Millions of tons of pulverized rock were blasted into the atmosphere, blotting out the sun. Day turned to night. A perpetual twilight descended upon the world. Temperatures, robbed of the sun's warmth, began to plummet. The air grew heavy with ash and the stench of death. Snow began to fall, not the gentle flakes of winter, but a relentless, suffocating blizzard. It fell upon the ruins of a shattered world, burying the wreckage of civilization under a shroud of white. The lucky ones died quickly. The unlucky ones, those who had survived the initial impact and the tsunamis, were left to face a slow, agonizing death. The world had become a frozen wasteland, shrouded in perpetual darkness. Food and water were scarce, fought over with a desperate savagery. Humanity, once so numerous, so dominant, was reduced to scattered bands of desperate survivors clinging to life in the ruins of a world that was no more. The strong preyed on the weak. Morality became a luxury no one could afford. Silence, broken only by the howling wind and the crunch of snow underfoot. The silence was the worst. It was the silence of a world that had moved on, leaving behind the remnants of a failed species. Sometimes, in the stillness of the long night, survivors would imagine they could hear it. A low, mournful wail carried on the wind, a chorus of the dead lamenting the fate of the living, or perhaps it was just the wind. The world did not end with a bang, but with a whimper. The asteroid, a cosmic reset button, had plunged humanity back into a new dark age. The survivors, hardened by unimaginable loss, clung to the remnants of their shattered lives, their only solace the faint hope of a new dawn. But the sun remained a distant memory, a myth whispered around dying fires. The asteroid had stolen the future, leaving behind only a desolate present and the long, cold embrace of oblivion.